Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and eventually Jess.
I'm here. It was me this morning. I still have sleep in my eyeball.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. As long as you don't got it in your brain.
I feel I do. It was me. We'll just get it out of. It was me this morning that was late.
Yeah.
It was my fault. I apologize. I'm sorry, friends. I don't disrespect your time.
My level of upset is displaced by my level of wonder.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's good.
yeah, we also have our only guest and also a returning guest.
Yes. Thank goodness.
My mother, Mary Sunland.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Hello.
Welcome
Good
back.
Sound effects.
Thank
Why are you
you.
are you excited?
A little bit.
That's good.
She's probably nervous.
Nervous.
Yeah,
Nervous.
probably a little nervous.
What are you nervous
Yeah.
about?
Because this is all still strange.
Yeah.
It is
Well,
strange.
and yeah,
It's strange to want me back. That's what's really
the pressure is on.
We have had a lot of people tell us that their favorite episode is the one with you on it. And we listen to people because I certainly didn't want you to come back. So,
Yeah. I had to really pressure him.
yeah. Yeah. I only bring you up here because I know we'll go get Korean food after.
He
So,
was like, "Oh, well, it does involve a Costco trip." So,
yeah.
We did hit Costco before we came back.
oh, yeah.
Yes. While we were waiting for you.
Oh, this time.
I made him
Yeah.
go to Costco.
Oh,
When we
wow,
found
that's
out-
like the world's fastest Costco trip.
Well,
I
it's
was
10
I was
minutes.
20 minutes
We just
late.
got gas. We just
Yeah,
got
the
gas.
store isn't open.
I was like, how did you already take a
No,
Costco
this
trip?
is
That's
how
impossible.
my mom operates is she found out that you were running late. So she was like, oh, that gives us time to go get Costco gas.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's fantastic because then that makes me feel good because I'm like they're
Yes.
occupied while I'm being late
Yeah. Yeah. We weren't just going to sit there
and just be like,
dang.
Jess,
Yeah. Dang,
Jess.
Jess. What's your deal?
that's what I feel
We
like.
make lemonades out of lemons, right?
That's right.
Fantastic.
It's lemonade. Is the
Lemonades.
plural of lemonades. You wouldn't say.
Lemonades?
You wouldn't say that I got.
Lemonade.
You wouldn't say I got
Lemonades.
lemonades. You would say
I got
lemonade.
I got AIDS. You think you do say you have?
Yeah, you should say. It is weird that. Wouldn't you say no? Because there's like
It's
a
called
lot of-
AIDS.
Yeah.
What?
No, because you're thinking the HIV virus. AIDS is the syndrome.
But it
caused
has
by
an
the
S at the
HIV
end.
virus. Huh?
It has the S at the end.
Yeah.
AIDS.
Yeah.
You don't call it
yeah.
aid.
It shouldn't.
You don't get AIDS.
I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a syndrome. The S isn't mean
Anything.
there's a lot of them. It stands for syndrome. Autoimmune deficiency syndrome.
But it
not
still has an
plural.
S. But we're not talking about the letters.
No, that's what it is.
I understand. I know what it means.
Did you get this, Mom?
I know that.
I've never heard anyone say I have AIDS.
Right. No, it's not AIDS.
No, because you wouldn't say that
Because
because
it's called AIDS.
the syndrome. That's why it has an
Right.
S.
I forget
It's
why
not like
we were
I have
talking.
a bunch of AIDS.
But right.
Why are we laughing about AIDS?
We're not laughing about AIDS. We're laughing about Jess being
We're
from West Virginia
We're laughing about lemons.
and her lack of sex
Lemonade.
Yes,
education.
that's what started it.
Lemonades.
Lemons.
You know what her sex education was in West Virginia?
My uncle came over.
It was a Bible. Somebody held up a Bible. Oh, Jesus.
Oh no!
Podcast over.
Oh my god!
Cut it. It's the short episode. I'm so proud of you right now. Yikes.
Oh my
I've been trying to figure that joke out for a long time. Thank you. Sorry. We were not
You
Bible
could
people.
use that in your set.
Yeah. I just
But
have
you
to
were
figure out.
educated by Bible people in the schools, right? There wasn't a lot of religion.
No, we're not.
Fly
We
by
were
night.
rednecks. We weren't religious rednecks.
You know, before we start the podcast, we do 10 minutes of silence, right, Trey?
10 minutes.
Set. Not 10 minutes, 10 seconds of silence.
We should probably do 10 minutes of
Yeah.
like a nice meditation before we start.
And I swear, I think my mom was praying.
No, I know she was.
No.
Were you praying? It's okay.
No.
I pray too sometimes.
No, I did my meditation group last night.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
You're good to
before the
go.
big thunderstorm
Before
was
the-
coming.
That was so
Yeah.
pretty.
Was that before your Reiki and after your shamanistic journey?
I've put those on hold for right now.
Oh, you are? You're taking
yeah.
a break?
Yeah, just a
What kind of
little
shaman
break.
takes a break?
Well, her third eye is aligned. She's fine.
Okay. My mom.
My chakras are aligned.
Yeah,
I
it
love
doesn't need to go all the time.
One of my favorite things about my mom is how extremely down to earth, like nuts and bolts, black and white she is. But then there's this other like woo woo side
Yeah,
that comes out of nowhere.
because why not?
Yeah, I like
Oh,
it. I like it.
sure.
Yeah.
Remember visiting angels.
Yeah. That's what I
Yeah.
say. My mom gets old. We're not going to do. We're going to have visiting angels come.
The real
You know what I'm
ones.
talking about?
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a nursing home, but it gets delivered. It's like nursing homes delivered.
Death?
No,
Like, what do you mean?
Trey.
Like a nurse? Isn't that
Jeez.
hospice?
She's
like,
right here. No, it's not hospice. It's
Like
not
a
like that.
nursing home
No, it's like
delivered?
they
Like they
came,
bring.
they bring the nursing home to you,
Yeah.
so she can stay downstairs and watch her soap operas.
What?
Like a
part of the
caretaker?
Like a
nursing
caretaker.
There
Why
you
did I
go.
just say that?
Okay, yeah, not the nursing home. Like, what are you talking? Like, they bring her little pie.
I
like,
thought what
her
I
little,
said made total sense.
Little. Okay.
I'm kind of tired that I'm coming out like the bad guy here when
Why
you
did
were
you-
late.
What does that have to do with anything? You're talking about putting your
You
mom
threw
in
me
a
off.
fake nursing home.
That's not a fake nursing home.
You're
it's
like, I'm going to give her a
downstairs.
You're like, yes, mom, it's a nursing home. You've earned it.
Also, we shouldn't
it's
talk about
like-
this. She's right there.
Jeez Louise.
She can hear.
Well, hopefully by the time you put her in the
No.
nursing home, she won't
What I
know.
think is people do need to talk about this way in advance. So everybody has their ducks in a row and everybody knows what their parent wants.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Talk about it. I've been dreaming about it. Get out.
Yikes.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Oof.
I'm gonna put you in one of
Prayers
those nice
answered.
places. I just want you to be
You-
like,
the
why
basement,
is there so
you
much
just said-
chain link? like, this is
You
a
said you're gonna
nice
put her in the
place.
basement.
I'm already in the basement.
She's already in-
But he's going to make it nicer. He's going to bring the nursing home to you.
Yeah.
No,
Play
what he
bingo
tells
down there.
me is he's going to put me in a rocking chair, put on a video with Hawaii on it.
No, I was gonna do like
and
the
turn
one.
up the heat and tell me I'm in Hawaii. That's the
No.
plan. You said that.
I didn't say that. I
Yes,
said I
you
was gonna
did.
put on one of those videos for cats of like squirrels eating. You can watch that.
Yeah. That's
Remember-
nice.
I
Put a
remember
little
we-
lay on her.
Yeah, that'd be. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, every
What?
morning I'll put a lay on you, and then I'll be like, "This
Aloha.
is yeah, enjoy your poi," which is nice because you can eat that.
It's the right
It's
consistency.
the right consistency. It's basically applesauce made out of taro.
Gross.
Very excited about you.
That is nice. Good.
So some of you know that outside of the lost episode, there was one that we couldn't air because,
The non-airable
and my
episode.
mom was on that one, and this
Poor
is actually
thing.
a replacement one, but we don't mind.
Yeah, we should
and she didn't
apologize
mind.
for that.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was weird,
Sorry
wasn't
about
it?
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
A do-over's a good idea sometimes.
Yeah.
And
if you can.
already we're off to a.
Yeah, we're killing it. I
don't know
mean,
why
I mean,
clicked
our
like that.
yeah.
That was weird. Can you take out that click post production? Actually, could you make it louder? Can you make it echo? Can you make it that? Like a,
Which-
I can't make a click.
We have a
echo.
lot of post-production like ambitions that like
Just trying to squeeze Trey for everything
Yeah.
it's worth. I like that. But yeah, and midnight episode was kind of wonky.
I loved that episode.
You did? You had a good time?
Yeah, it was really fun. I prefer that over a 9 a.m. any day of the week.
Well, it wasn't a 9 a.m. episode.
I mean,
for you.
9:25.
Yeah, you mean recording at 9:25. I did, there's questions that I sort of know, but that I think people might be interested in about me and you. We went over a lot of the stuff growing up.
You and your mom.
Your mom, we talked about dad.
Mm-hmm.
Some, I think the last one. But I don't know if people would be interested in this, but like, do you remember when I started doing stand-up and kind of like what you thought?
Yes, I thought you better stick to your real job.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was pretty rough in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's still not.
You need to fucking stop.
We support him.
No,
you
there
know.
were a couple of pretty bad episodes of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the biggest change was just getting used to you talking about very personal things in your life
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes involved me
Mm.
and turning it into something funny.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the stories you tell about me aren't true at all.
Which ones?
Oh.
The one about the bungee jumping and the hand
The bungee
gliding.
jumping thing and the hang gliding thing. Yeah. If people don't know that. Well, you know what's funny is I don't really do that joke anymore. Have you ever heard me do the hang gliding joke before?
I think a while
Probably
ago.
once. You might have seen me do it. So sometimes I'll pull it out. I haven't been to a place in long. And what it is it's not untrue, but it's an exaggeration.
Greatly
exaggerated. But,
Yeah, I mean that's what most of these jokes are.
I know.
Like that's that's part of it.
So once
but the
I got
bungee jumping
used to
thing
that,
happened, didn't it? Remember when I was too fat to bungee jump?
I know the Puyallup Fair was sad.
Yeah, and then you wanted to put two bungee cords together.
True.
Yeah. That's not untrue.
That's true.
Yeah. There's not a lot.
That's good thinking.
Yeah. I feel like I was getting called out for a minute.
Yeah. Everyone's they're
was
like,
like,
oh my God,
oh,
Sam isn't relatable anymore.
Embarrass me.
That's what happens
And
when you bring your
then-
mom on the podcast.
I'm curious about this because this is going to make me feel really good. When was the moment you realized that I might be able to do this as a job successfully?
Oh, let me think. It was probably during the pandemic, Sam. I was surprised that people would sit through 100 jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and some of them, I'd say about maybe 70% of them were really bad.
Yeah.
And only about 30%.
That's when you
of them
really
were-
thought that like I had something
then
going
I thought
because
you
of the
had
online
something
stuff.
going. And you had, you started Vomity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was good
Yeah.
because
But you didn't
Well, you
really
had-
see that as like viable
no,
money wise.
No.
Because it
Hey,
wasn't. I didn't make
it
that much money off of
it wasn't until you were rejected by University of Washington as a social worker I thought, man,
yeah.
he better put all his eggs in this comedy basket.
That
It
was
wasn't
really
that
hard.
it wasn't that she believed in you. She just
Yeah.
knew you didn't have any other choice.
Yeah. I mean, it was do or die.
This is so those of you, this is interesting. Now let's talk about
Yeah.
this because this was really hard on me and mom. And that
Yes.
was
What a shock.
so I went through the process of applying for grad school to get my I love this. I know that there's probably people that'll hear this from the University of Washington, but I applied to go. I had what I thought was like a pretty stellar resume, having worked at, having been a chemical dependency counselor and having worked at homeless shelters, worked in high schools, as a peer mentor, as a counselor, as a violence prevention specialist.
Yeah.
And I applied to get my MSW, my master's in
and
social work.
you were in jail.
Yeah.
That should give you extra
And that's
points
the thing too,
as
is that
a
I also
social
have
worker.
well, you
Oh, I
have,
was like, normally that doesn't
I mean, that
give
life
you
experience.
she's gonna do the thing. Lived experience is a valuable
Yes.
tool, despite
Right.
what Jess thinks. Jess is like, jail, ew, I never went to jail.
And
And you should have, and you didn't, and it bums me out.
numerous times.
Yeah, I know. And I did all the paperwork. I thought I did a very good job. I had all my references, including
References were really good.
yeah, including like a references from someone who was like ran like one of the satellite programs. Like it was crazy. Someone
Yeah.
who like was essentially like a supervisor for interns of the MSW program gave me a glowing recommendation.
Yes.
And one day I got an email and my plan is to go up to Seattle and do this MSW stuff and just kind of keep building with the comedy and see what happens. But then I got an email back and it was like,
I couldn't believe
Yeah,
they
you
sent
couldn't
you
get
a
in.
text.
They didn't send me a text. They sent me an email.
Oh,
Yeah.
What did it say? Did we all just get a text? Did everyone get a text?
No.
What did the email say?
The email
I'm on the
said-
edge of my seat.
The email said that I didn't get in.
Like, was there a reason? Like, they just said you weren't accepted. Have a great day.
Yeah, they said, hey, you can reapply. And I went
screw
down.
them.
I went downstairs and told my mom, and
I couldn't believe
I
it.
knew. I took it like I was just mostly just surprised because I really, the other thing too is that so many people told me, they were like, "Oh, you got it,
You got it.
you
Yeah.
got it."
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And then I didn't give in. So shout out UW MSW program, which honestly, like, I don't know what about my application was. Maybe I might have messed something up. I don't know.
Yeah, I could literally
Yeah.
pushed one wrong button.
Yeah, and also I think that I did talk about stand up in my. Do you remember the paper that I wrote? That, you know what's funny? You know what I might do? Maybe
Find it.
when I put this,
Find it.
maybe when I put this, I don't know. I just got a message on it. Hi Sam, my phone fell in the water and then it stops. I don't know who that is. That sounds like a weird message. I think he wants me to magnet fish his phone. I'm gonna go magnet fishing today. Anyway, I don't know what happened. I thought everything was
I
good.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and I was, like I said, I was surprised and a bit upset. But man, it took you a while to even like wrap your head around
I
it.
could not believe
Mm-hmm.
that they passed up an opportunity for you to be a graduate of their social work program.
Yeah.
And the other thing,
Because
I
I
don't
had
know.
done, it was
To
the
me,
weirdest
it
thing,
made
too.
no sense. Absolutely no sense.
I had done like keynote speeches at conferences for social workers. Like it's been like
Right.
this thing where like my
It just makes sense.
public speaking stuff and but anyway, and that just so happened to line up with me getting offered like some better gigs. Like
Yeah.
we were kind
Yeah.
of coming out of COVID, and I was like, I don't have anything else going. And also the contest was about to start too. So I had the Seattle International coming
Okay.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to hang out with the kids this summer. And,
Right.
because I think I found out in July, and I'm going to hang out with the kids and start doing comedy. And then
Yeah.
what do you know? Like,
Right.
I think during that contest and doing really well in Seattle International is when I realized that like, oh yeah, like this is working.
But you did Seattle International Comedy Competition
In
twice.
2015, yeah. But I was
Twice.
less than 2 years in the first time I did it. Yeah.
Yes.
It was just an honor to be
Dang.
nominated.
Yes.
But I swept
You've
the first
gotten
2
better.
rounds.
You really have.
Yeah, I think so
You
too.
have. Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. But that
But
crushed
see,
us.
I know. But see, there's always a part of me, Sam, that wants security.
Yeah.
That wants,
Right.
because that's what I always had. That was important for me, is that kind of 9 to 5 kind of job that had a retirement plan, that has a health plan,
Stability.
all very much. And it's difficult for me to imagine saying, oh no, I'll just take my chances on my, good looks and my funny
My
and
sense
do
of
full
humor.
time,
Good
comedy.
looks. That's how you know it's my mom. She's like, oh yeah,
Uses this good.
No,
look.
I was thinking
Your
of
good
Jess. She
looks.
can fall back on her good looks,
Yeah.
as well as being funny. You, not
sweet.
so much.
That's nice.
yeah, Jess is a looker.
Yeah. It's
They say,
unfortunate I'm not funny though.
yeah, yeah,
Bummer.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
a
we
good
all
thing
have our
that you've
strengths.
never.
Tell me,
Never mind.
what is more of an unstable job than comedy or anything related to being your own
It's not
boss in
unstable
the
for me. I'm
creative
doing
arts?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unstable for Jess.
You know,
Super
a painter, somebody that all of that creative stuff
You know-
where you rely on yourself, your belief in yourself, a writer, all of those things.
It's almost like
Man,
kind of like an egomaniac, a little bit.
it has to be. I think it
A little
has
bit
to
of
be.
narcissism.
It has to be. Me, I relied, hey, my job was easy.
She agrees.
It's,
Yeah.
A federal job with a really good retirement program.
Why did you look at Trey when you said that?
Well,
You don't think Trey's saving up for his retirement? Trey's got a lot of money in the bank for when his...
Trey doesn't have a bank account.
No, he does. He has like...
What?
He has... No, I got your back, Trey. Trey is heavily invested in stocks and
In
bonds.
Bitcoin.
No, he's not in Bitcoin.
sorry, Trey.
Why is my mom going after Trey? Rude. No, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
No,
I feel-
that lifestyle was important for me.
Yeah.
But you're a whole different person.
I'm a mess.
A mess of a man.
Like I am 51% happy, and that's enough,
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I wish people would understand this, is that I am confident about my abilities on stage, and I now have like a track record to back that up. However, I am wishy-washy about so many things, and I don't know which direction to go half the time. And a lot of times, like I never had a plan for this. Like I have a strategy, but I've never had a plan. Like I have strategies to get certain things, but I don't know what's going to happen. Like I'm trying to get into Laughing Skull Comedy Festival right now. I'll find out in July if I get it.
Yeah.
That's like kind of like the next step, because that'll get me in front of like some industry. I have like a manager that I'm talking to who's thinking about representing me. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's the right fit. I have no idea what's going on. There is that ego and that, but there's no in the middle. There's me at like ego, and there's me at like low self-esteem, and like luckily I'm able to like middle out sometimes and just kind of do the dishes and chill out. So I'm not a regular, I don't think I've ever been like, I'll have moments of contentment, but I've never been like content. I'm kind of a,
Sounds bipolar.
fuck you. I don't know. You can't diagnose me. You should be on time.
Be on time. First of all, I will never be on time.
Yeah, you sound late.
That's true. I was late. Well, if you have extreme ups and extreme downs,
But hey,
that usually means,
Jess is keeping her day job
yeah,
and doing a comedy
I'm
club
keeping my
and doing comedy.
and
It's working out
and
great.
keeping my health insurance
It's working out great.
Yeah.
that I use. It is working out great. It's not.
We have I pull for Jess, and I know how hard it is, because I did the whole, man, like, because you're coming up on 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was 3 years in was very rough for
Yeah.
me in comedy and life, and trying to figure out what I was doing. I think I went back to school at that point. I think I was working an internship. I can't remember exactly what was going on, but it was an absolute struggle to
Yeah.
balance that. And also, I wasn't the co-owner of a comedy club.
Yeah.
Like you're booking how many 6 nights a week?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're doing a
Trying to.
great job. You're doing
Yeah.
a great job.
No, last night I went to bed and did not have the podcast anywhere on my brain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then this morning you called and I'm like, no, it's too early for that.
I'm making a conscious effort. I clipped up some videos yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a conscious effort. I wrote jokes, so we can do our joke thing.
Yeah.
And
Well, and I'm also right now, I was telling Trey, I'm the chair, I'm the auction chair. So I'm basically doing everything. Our auction is on Saturday.
oh my god.
So this week is like, it's just with the bar opening, and then the auction, these last few weeks have just been extra.
you got to come up there and check out the club.
I'd like
Oh
to.
yeah.
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 We should do that one of these days.
Whenever you have some time.
Yeah. Maybe you can come up on I have Friday. Wait, no, I have Thursday off. What are you guys doing on Thursday?
Thursday we're doing the pun slam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's
Forrest
a different
would
beast.
love this. You could actually participate in that. You
Oh my
might
gosh.
really enjoy that.
You could be a
Do
contestant.
you know what a pun slam is?
No.
So Forrest Ember, who I've described in the past as looking
Yes, our
like the
friend.
mic stand from an Aerosmith concert.
If you remember, if you so remember, which you will.
No, I saw Forrest and she thanked me for saying that because she gets a kick out of it. Forrest is a wonderful, beautiful human being
We love.
who the only like I've never met somebody who is so new in comedy yet has so much drive, but not like silly, stupid drive, like actual drive towards like some kind of goal. And even though I don't understand the goal, there's definitely a goal.
Yeah. Well, she's just creating.
Yeah, she
And
makes
people come out for it.
Yeah, she makes beautiful spaces and has beautiful energy, and she's
Yeah.
a beautiful person. And I love you, Forrest.
Yeah. With that said, no.
Yeah. With that said,
No, but her pun slam, you just get on stage and you have to, they give you like a topic and you have to like come up with, I don't understand how it
That
works
ain't
necessarily.
happening.
you don't want to do. That's the one I did where, because I almost won one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bet I could take it because I'm not great at puns, but I can do them.
I'm not.
I had my thing was airplanes, and I said that I get turned on by airplanes, and that every time I see one, I go boing. Get it, Boeing.
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 Okay, Boeing. Yeah, airplane.
It is good.
I don't.
That's bad.
Nope.
You can't just wing it.
No.
No,
See?
I am not in
You guys didn't even get that one. You
material.
can't just
I
wing
am-
it.
I mean, no.
Stuck in.
Oh,
it.
I
hard
get
to-
to wing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
Now that you mention
there
it,
you go.
yeah.
You can't just wing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I get it now. See, I'm not good. I don't have that quick
Yeah. you have to be
comeback.
fast.
That's a gift.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that.
I'm unflappable.
Yes. I got
So
that one
good.
too. Yeah. Boy, these just
'Cause of
go on
flap.
and on. Yeah,
Thank
got
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just forever.
Flap like a bird. Fly. Get it. Yeah.
That's so good. That was exactly right, Mary.
See, you need people like me in the audience.
Yeah,
not
no,
up
you're
there
so
on
good.
Stage. Yeah.
I'm glad you're here to air this
To
out.
dissect it for us.
Anyway, yeah. So maybe we'll go up there on Thursday. I have the night off.
Well,
So,
I can't go this Thursday.
well, never
There's
mind.
a season finale.
No.
Oh.
No.
What do you got?
Meeting.
Oh yeah, she's a lot of stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about this. I went to Chelan
Ooh.
and did comedy with
With
Lynette Manning,
our friend,
our friend, your nemesis.
my arch nemesis, my frenemy,
There are
my best frenemy.
There are yeah. Anyway,
Well,
it was
you can't leave it like that. You can't just let me say mean things about Lynette and then walk away from it. She's not
Just-
my actual enemy. Lynette, I love Lynette.
Jess doesn't like Lynette.
I love
but
Lynette.
says that she
Sam-
loves Lynette. But
Sam
the minute
gives
the
us a
mics
beat.
are off, when Jess is in my car and she goes, "What are you doing this weekend?" And I go, "Oh, I'm going to Chelan." She's like, "I better not be with fucking Lynette."
I
That's how she
swear to
talks
God,
about
if
her.
it's Lynette.
Who do you like more, Lynette or Jess?
I'm not going there.
Because you like Lynette. huh?
Exactly.
them
I hate
both.
when
And
you
you like
ask this
Jess.
question.
Equally.
Who's funnier?
I'm not going to.
I saw her
What?
say Lynette.
Who's funnier?
I've never seen Jess perform.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she doesn't perform a lot.
I actually don't understand.
I've seen Lynette.
I try not to
seen Lynette.
perform as much as
So
possible.
that's one column for Lynette.
Yeah.
Well,
Good for her.
just in my case.
Yeah, because Jess has a DNP for did not participate.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So yeah, I went with Lynette.
But I think Jess is funny here.
Yeah, that's good.
So-
You just like it because she makes fun of me.
No. You two are a good match.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why we did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's Lynette? I don't see Lynette on the podcast.
I like how you complimented Jess, But then I turned it into a compliment for me. You're like, Jess is funny. You guys are a good match. And I'm like, I know, that's why I picked.
Right. Yeah, he's like, that's why I
her.
started this podcast.
That's why I started
my
this
podcast.
I didn't start the podcast. We started the podcast. It is our podcast.
Yes, there you go.
However, it was my idea.
Right.
So I did. I went to Lake Chelan, which was beautiful with Lynette. I jumped into the lake. Worked with Rotten Apple out there.
Yeah.
Shy and Kelsey with Rotten Apple. And I've been wanting to work for them for a very long time. And there was a point like we were talking and then the pandemic and then we were talking and then something happened. And then I think Bo Johnson put in a good word for me and I got the gig and I was so happy.
Nice.
I was so happy. This is what's so funny. If you look in my phone, I'll show you. I can't show people obviously, but I actually put in my phone. So where it was scheduled, I actually put it in with an exclamation point.
Rotten Apple. Rotten Apple.
Yeah, because I was so excited to do the show. Because Chelan is a big deal to me. Because that was I fought. Some of you guys know this, some of you don't. But I used to work for the Forest Service. I was a wildland firefighter. I did a year with Job Corps, a year with the DNR, and 2 years with the Forest Service. And I got fired from the Forest Service essentially. Well, not really. It's like the season ended, and they were like, "Don't come back."
Yeah.
Like,
You just didn't get renewed.
Yeah, I didn't get renewed. And then, so I got sober in June and the fire season already started. And I talked to my old boss. I was like, hey, I'm sober. Maybe next year I can come back. I got and I would call him and be like, I got 1 month. I got 2 months. I got 4 months. I got 6 months. I was calling the ranger station and they wouldn't hire me back. And it broke my heart. Cause that was like my whole thing is like, I'm going to get sober. I'll get my Forest Service job back.
Yeah.
And like, I'm washing dishes and working at a preschool and bouncing at this bar. And like, everything was I don't know why I stopped swearing there. Like I've already sworn a few times. This is a really sweary podcast for me.
Is it?
But I was screwed and I couldn't get my job back. And I was honestly like probably one of the roughest parts of my early recovery.
Yeah.
Was not being able to get this Forest Service job back. And then eventually I moved on. I went,
Well, and this ties back to that whole University of Washington thing. The times that you didn't get what you thought you wanted really bad, it turned out okay.
Yeah. Well, what was cool is that I was thinking about that. Like I go out there and it's absolutely stunning, beautiful out there. And I told the crowd about it, like that I used to fight fire here and that I got fired and that it's so crazy that I got to go back and do stand up for like a sold out. Like, I don't think it was all the way, it was like almost sold out, but it doesn't matter. It was a fantastic show, fantastic crowd.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm going to do this on stage, but I'll probably do it here. There's this thing that happened to me on Lake Chelan. And I think you know this story. I don't know if I ever told you this story. But there was a fire. It was called the Domkey Mountain Fire, and it was burning towards Holden Village, which is a Lutheran day camp above Lucerne, which is like Lucerne is basically a dock, but like I think there might be a little store there or something, and you go from the ferry stops at the dock, and then you can go up to this Lutheran day camp, which is in a beautiful area. It's called Holden Village. It's beautiful. And I was on a fire there, and I stayed down at Lucerne, and then I went back and did a rehab assignment at Holden Village. But anyway, during the fire, the Domkey Mountain fire, we actually had gone up to the top of Domkey Mountain, and we were digging line up there and burning off the line. So a lot of times when you fight fire, what you do is you can't fight right next to the fire. Like you can't do that. But what you can do is you can fight really close to the fire, and then you burn off in the area between you and the fire. So we had that, and we had hose lays set up so to stop spot fires. It was we were doing really good work. And we get to the top of Domkey Mountain. It's about time to head back to the fire camp, and they told us, they were like, hey, did you guys want to spike out, which is what you call it when you don't go back to the fire camp. And they grab your red bags, and they every morning you have to take down your tent in case you have to evacuate because the fires can blow up. So they grabbed our red bags. They have a helicopter, right? And they bring us our tents and extra clothes. They bring us our red bags. And then in the morning, you put everything back in the red bag and the helicopter takes it back down, you know? And then the helicopter came back with like buckets of pork chops and like food and stuff for us.
Hell yeah.
And we got to stay at the top of Domkey Mountain and we got to watch the fire at night. And it's really rare that you get to see fire activity at night. And, you know, especially up close. And so that day, the fire had burnt up the hillside across Domkey Lake. And we were sitting up on Domkey Mountain. And what I saw that night was still like to this day, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's kind of like messed up because of forest fire, but it's still so. That day, the fire had burnt this hillside, and we're looking across Domkey Lake at this hillside that had burnt. Everything was gone except for stumps that were still burning. And so what happened was the stumps were burning with these orange fires and sometimes kind of spitting out flames, and some were brighter than others. And then the stars were above that, and they were so bright. And then it was all reflected in the lake. And so the lake was this mix of burning stumps and stars. And I was sitting there with a really good friend of mine named Casey. And I'm looking at this and I'm eating a pork chop just with my hands and having like this moment. And I told Casey, I said, and this was towards the end of my drinking too. This is like my last season. And so it must have been 2007, something like that. Anyway. I told Casey, I go, Casey, this is the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. And he goes, it's probably going to be the most beautiful thing you're ever going to see because you're going to die really soon. Is what he told me.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Because he knew that like if I continued going like the way I was, that was like game over. Because it wasn't just the drinking and like basically every night. So we'd be gone for 2 weeks at a time. It was a really busy season. We'd have 2 nights off, and I'd be lucky if I washed my clothes because I'd just be like, I'd wash my Nomex, and that would be it, you know, and wash some underwear, and then just go right back out. Mm-hmm. And I was an absolute mess. I would go out to these bars in Tonasket, and it's weird because I would drink with my boss, you know, and we were really close. And then around like 11:30, midnight, he'd be like, "All right, well, I'm packing it in. We gotta get ready. You know, we're gonna get deployed again tomorrow." And I'd be like, "Yeah, you're right, man. Let's go." You know, and I would walk out with him, and then he would go to the right, and I'd be like, "Okay," and I'd act like I'm going back to my trailer,
right?
And he'd go to the right, and then I would just go right around the block back into the bar and find the dough man. And that would be that. And then I'd be up. I remember we'd leave on these fire assignments, and I would shake the first 2 days in the morning just because like coming off of whatever. Because it wasn't just like, it was meth, it was coke, it was anything I could get my hands on, anything to like just get the hell out. But once I got through those 2 days, I was a great firefighter.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Once I stopped shaking and fucking sweating and coughing up blood, I was good to go. Because I was smoking a lot of cigarettes too. It was wild. I had money. But yeah, I'm going to turn that into a joke.
Okay.
Beautiful story.
It was a great story. I do not miss that. I do not miss withdrawing. I do not miss that feeling.
No, it's not good. And it's not fun, and it stays not fun. And my favorite things about recovery, obviously, like it's cool having a family and stuff, but like not having to look over my shoulder and waking up in the morning and feeling good. So,
well, people know.
You can tell this. I mean, how good you're feeling now that you're sleeping.
CPAP. what?
Yeah, I heard about that. Game
it
changer.
rules.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
feeling a lot better.
I feel really good.
Yeah.
I love it now too.
That's
I put
why
that
he's
thing on my
on time,
face.
Jess.
I
Yeah.
put that thing on my face.
I need
and
to
it's
I
the
need a
best.
CPAP.
You should.
I think that's what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
I think I have
You
sleep
should.
apnea.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, plug your ears real quick. Okay.
Why?
Just plug your ears real quick.
Okay.
How do you do that with this stuff on?
Here.
Oh,
Yeah, just put them.
There you
Just
go.
turn
this?
off
Just
your
earmuffs.
headphones for a second. Okay, you can't hear, can you?
no. I can hear if it.
We'll save it for the next podcast. All right, turn it back up again. It ain't gonna work. Sorry. Thank you, Trey.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I was a firefighter too.
Yeah.
For a little bit when I moved from Maryland to North Carolina.
Wildland?
No, it was like in this small town. It was a small beach town, and like that they paid for if you volunteered, they would pay for you to go to school. They'd pay for your fire 1 and 2, and like your EMT. And so I would go down there, and it was quiet. It was in Hampstead, North Carolina, and so there was nothing really going on. So I would just go down and go to school. I got my EMT through there.
How are you always this surprising?
Yeah.
You're like,
So
I'm
you were a
EMT.
firefighter, almost a veteran.
Almost, yeah.
Teacher.
Almost. Yeah, I've been almost a lot of things. Like if there's like a certification for it, like I've tried to get it. Like
You know, she was a CrossFit instructor.
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah, but she was like the cool CrossFit instructor.
yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't a big fan.
What is a CrossFit instructor? What do you
So you
have
ever heard
to
of
be
getting
able to
crossfaded?
do? Who?
Crossfaded,
No.
where you like take a Xanax and drink.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know, like,
not
Zumba?
that.
Fitness
Zumba?
instructor.
Zumba?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's like
yeah.
it's like Zumba,
Oh, is
CrossFit
it?
isn't
but with
like
weightlifting.
but like harder though.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
it's like Zumba with a barbell and no dancing.
Nobody makes me laugh harder than Trey. Dude, Trey hot takes when he said that CrossFit is like what did you say? It's like Zumba but harder.
Yeah. Definitely. Can you imagine if you went to a CrossFit class thinking it was Zumba?
Oh my god. Keep them coming.
Yeah. 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 But that was a touching good story.
Well, I think it's important that, another thing that I like about that story is that I had moments of intense reflection while I was still getting high all the time. And that those are not more or less important because of what I still had to go through, because my life got a lot worse after that.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, and it was hard too when you were sober because you couldn't get your job back.
Yeah, and
Like,
just being sad, and then going to Chelan to do stand-up comedy, because as much as I'm
full
like,
circle.
I love my job with the Forest Service, I would never give up
Yeah.
stand-up to do anything. Like, I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing. Like, it's a pain in the ass, but like I love it.
Which part for you is a pain in the ass?
Everything that's not on stage.
I would say
Booking,
driving.
the driving I like.
Yeah.
The booking, the just navigating.
Self-promotion.
The self-promotion, like, I mean,
I don't know how to do the self-promotion part.
it's
that's
hard. Yeah, it is really hard. Like that stuff.
And you have to be nice to everybody.
There's a lot of people I'm just neutral to, and I'm going to stick with that. And there's some people I don't like, but I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
We've even erased whole episodes of the podcast.
In keeping our mouths shut.
Yeah, and keeping our mouth shut. Call me Sam High Road Miller.
Yeah.
That's what they call me, Mom.
Sure.
You don't believe me? All right, well, we should do this.
Hey, I have a quick question if there's time.
Yeah, you got time.
The drive over to Chelan, did Lynette drive or did you drive?
Lynette drove, and it was really nice. And I looked out the
Good.
window.
Good for you, Sam.
And being in Chelan was in that drive, and the Rotten Apple runs such an amazing show out there. And
Good.
word is that there's a good chance I might be coming back in January for Winterfest out there.
Nice.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's awesome.
It's nothing is for sure.
I love it. I like it. Just, an empty offer.
Yeah. I wrote 5 jokes,
Sweet.
which is 5 more than I have been writing. And who should start? My mom probably.
Is the first one funny?
Well, debatable.
Oh man! All right, here's number 1 for you.
Okay. Can you make this larger? Okay. Well,
Wait, let me see it. Let me see it.
I have glasses. I have reader glasses.
I think I
get
might be
those.
able to make it larger. It's a
No,
good thing
no,
we're
I got
doing
my
this now.
glasses.
Okay, good.
I
Yeah.
got my glasses here. God.
Wait,
Okay.
let me see. Okay, this is perfect.
Okay.
Trey, you got
Okay.
you got to wait because I have this all figured out. Start with number 1.
I had a Coke head tell me that I drink too much coffee, and I don't know if I should take their advice.
From a cokehead?
Yeah, so a cokehead told me that I drink too much coffee
That's
on the internet.
Yeah, that means
Okay.
that.
And it's like, do I not take their advice because they're doing a bunch of coke, or should I take their advice more seriously? Because if they're doing coke, they know that I have a problem.
I
What do you
just
think?
thought you're both hyper.
This is where I need Trey. Trey, what do I do?
Trey, help us.
I mean, the joke makes sense, but it's like it hit. It don't.
I'm
hit.
not talking about the joke. I'm talking about the actual advice. I know the joke sucks. I can tell because nobody.
Nah,
laughs.
it makes sense though, because the dude he is.
Yeah, if a cokehead is telling you that you got too much, you've
you need
had
to
too
You know
much.
what I can do? Actually,
Yeah.
I could put my mic down really low like this, so I can just lay on the table and be sad.
Oh, that looks amazing.
It's really nice.
Number 2.
Oh God.
I wonder if a spelunker ever wound up in the sewer and was like, wow, this cave has an extremely consistent diameter, and there sure is a lot of poopy. Extremely consistent.
Is a Splunk a turd?
Oh, buddy.
Oh, it hurts. That's a good joke.
What, when you dropped a spelunker?
That's a good joke. A spelunker is a funny name. No, Trey, you can't do it. I'm sorry. Because I have it lined up because I want my mom to read
Sorry,
the last
Trey.
one.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry.
thought that's.
And
I
it
thought
wasn't
you meant.
because that you don't know what a spelunker is. I don't care that you don't know. Why would you know? I don't think there's any caves in Texas. A spelunker is a fella that, or a lady, or a gender nonconforming
person.
individual that explores caves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that
For what?
For,
conversation.
Oh, okay.
Name dropping. Okay.
Wait, Trey, try to use spelunker in a sentence right now.
Oh, it would be an insult probably.
yeah.
That fucking Splunker over there.
Yeah. Sick burn.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Number
number 3. They say don't judge a book by their covers, but I stand by my system of judging people by how good they are at doing high fives.
That is a good way to judge people.
Okay.
But I have bad depth perception.
They're no good. That's why I don't fuck with you.
I really love that show, The Crown. I don't know why. I'm so invested in the British family. I know that my chance of rising to the throne are very, very low. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the British family.
You did it all wrong. You did the timing wrong, and you messed it up.
You know what? Maybe put in beats. Put in an enter.
Commas.
Oh yeah, I guess you're
like,
right. I didn't. Really
If there is specification of how you like it to
wait,
be
let me see
read.
this real quick. I don't know if I finished writing this. Okay. Yep, you're right. I'm glad I looked at this. All right, this is number
Told you.
5
Why do I have to read it?
Because it's your turn, Mary.
because it's your turn. Number 5.
No. There's something in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made it your turn.
My mom will burn 2 gallons of gas getting to the Costco gas station to get $2 off a tank of gas.
That's just relatable.
That's not quite true.
Mom, I guarantee
That's
you
not
that
quite
getting on
true.
I-5 today and driving to that Costco, we burned more money than you saved by going to
All
that
we
Costco.
did was go down about 4 blocks to get
It
Costco
was
got
not 4
at
blocks. We got on the
I don't know what Costco 4 blocks was.
Yeah, where the hell is Costco?
What the hell are you
4 blocks
talking
from here?
about?
Costco.
No,
Not
listen,
that far. It's
you-
38th. We're on what?
Listen,
72nd?
You love to hold me accountable. And this is what we're doing with you
Hey,
right now.
$4.17 is a lot better than what? $4.67 someplace else.
You're right.
Okay.
But when you drive 2 counties away,
We didn't drive
get
that
there.
far out of the way.
yeah.
And it was a beautiful drive.
What do you mean it was a beautiful drive? We were on 38th.
But we
From here.
got to go past the Hustler, the Bass Pro Shop,
It is a beautiful drive.
and Winco.
And Winco, your favorite Winco.
It is beautiful.
It was a beautiful drive. I am so
Because
glad.
I was with you.
So sweet.
I was hoping you had noises. All you have is the clapping.
I don't even.
You don't know how to
I need
do
to look into it. I know I can do
know you
anything
can.
with tech, but I just be lazy, man.
Yeah. True.
So I just hit the clapping button all the time.
Relatable.
True words have never been spoken.
What's that
Like,
pink one do at the top?
I'm scared because last time,
It was music.
Just hit it.
pink one. I'm
At the
colorblind.
top. Hit it.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that
Laughter.
feels so
What
good.
about to the one? What's that one? What was that? Oh, see, that might be
Yeah, it
copyright.
might be.
huh?
Being safe. Being safe.
Yeah, that's smart. Isn't that cool how you can do that, Mom?
Can you put the laughing back on? That felt so good. Doesn't
Yeah,
that feel good in your ears?
You ever heard that before?
Oh, no.
That's nice.
Not in
isn't
real
it?
life.
Just on TV. That was mean, wasn't it? Yeah.
I always have to have a laugh track behind me.
It was mean. I don't have necessarily anything else outside of wanting to know how your comedy club is going.
My comedy club, it's going great.
Great.
It's good. Well, it's going good. Yeah.
Good. You have now downgraded yourself from great to good.
Well, I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
No, it's going great. It's going great. We're on our 2nd week, and we have open mic tonight, and we have Simon there this weekend. Simon Kaufman, and yeah, it's going good. We just the podcast that I did with Adam, that Dana and I did with Adam Tiller came out yesterday. That was cool.
Love Adam Tiller.
Yeah.
Love that podcast.
Fathom and Friends.
Yeah, I had a good time on that podcast. He did one of the better interviews that I've had anybody do with me in a while.
Professional, that one.
Yeah. Did you guys do a good job on that podcast and not make the mistakes that we
Yes.
made? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, we were good.
Okay.
But we talk about you a little bit. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, well, now I got to listen to it.
of course. I know you weren't going to do it before,
I
but
don't listen to stuff. You know what I listen to? But for the record, I listen to NBA podcasts and
crime.
I listen to like media podcasts about the media. I'm interested in that. And a little bit of true crime, but not too much true crime.
Yeah.
And then honestly, like most of the time I'm kind of doing my own thing. You know what's weird? I thought about this the other day. I used to be kind of like addicted to Facebook and Instagram, and I would just like scroll through them. And like I don't do that anymore.
That's
Like
good.
I'm still like on there a lot, but it's mostly just in relation to like what I'm doing on social media and like how people are interacting with me. I kind of went from a consumer to a producer, which is not a bad deal.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot
think that's
better
a
for
good
me. Is there anything else that we should talk about?
You haven't asked me if I've taken my meds in a really long time. It's kind of hurt my feelings. And I also haven't been medicated in a really long time, so you should feel
Really?
guilty about it. So, well, you did it.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just kidding. I haven't taken my meds today though.
You haven't?
No, because I just woke up.
You didn't have time. Do you have them with you?
Yeah, I was going to take him during the show, but I didn't want to look like.
Are you doing okay? You don't feel bad about it, do you?
I feel terrible.
Do you really?
Yes, of course I feel terrible.
Because we don't give a shit.
I know. I don't
give a shit. My mom doesn't give a shit. Trey doesn't give a shit. You didn't disappoint us. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. When I say,
I feel like now we're all even kind of on the like the lateness
we've all
and everything.
messed up.
Yeah,
Like,
so now, not like we're counting favors in general, but now we're all on the same playing field.
Trey's like, right? You guys, right?
yeah, like Jess is late to the episode. Trey lost an episode, and I fucked one up.
Oh yeah, I was like, well, you haven't really done anything, but then I guess you did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. I feel better. All right.
I'm the only perfect one.
You're the best one here, Mary.
Only perfect one.
Oh well, you did kill that deer.
Oh, that's right. But we never found its body, so
You know,
good.
Well, it's actually good then.
So
It's like
glad
it never happened.
I'm so glad you're here because you remember you called in to tell me,
Yes, I
and
was
I
really
picked it up
shook.
live while I was on the podcast.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
crap.
told you that. I don't think you remember.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You were
right.
too
The next
distraught.
morning.
And it's the one that's gone.
That's right.
I don't know why I
I'm
pointed
glad.
it.
Thank you. Thank you, Trey. I
Well,
didn't
it's good,
want that
though.
aired.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
since there's no body, there's no crime,
That's correct.
Yeah.
and there's no call, there's no crime.
You really think that deer got up and ran off?
There was no trace the next morning. And
No
I don't
trace.
think, there wasn't a dead deer in the road the next morning. And what could have happened to it?
Could have
It
got
would have
drugged
been-
off by a coyote
Well,
or a
Have to be a
bear
pack of coyotes.
or
No, I think I just stunned it.
Jess's dad might have came and grabbed it.
I was gonna say it could have if you hit it,
Yes, have you
if
ever heard
someone
any
saw
comment?
you hit it,
No,
they could have
there
run
was
over there
no
and
one
got it,
there.
and then they have deer meat.
There was nobody
there was
there.
no.
You don't think they heard it?
it? No,
Dum-dum.
no.
Like,
Sounds like when you
ooh,
hit
sounds
stuff.
like
no,
dinner.
it was, where it was in the road, there weren't any houses immediately around there. And I just think I stunned it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Sure, Mary.
She might have stuff.
Hey,
If that's what makes you feel
Yeah.
better.
it does. It does.
It is
works.
hard.
It works.
I didn't talk. Oh God, I'm not gonna talk about it. But I saw something bad happen to a dog, and I got to talk to my mom. It was terrible.
That was bad.
But yeah, I did. I was on my way with the Q13 stuff. That was really cool. There is good stuff happening with both of our social medias now for comedy/bar,
Yeah.
Capitol Hill comedy/bar. I did a
Sam's done it again.
collaboration. And I can't look. I don't know why it's not letting me look how many views it has. It doesn't matter. But as of this morning, I think it was 125,000.
Insane.
In 24 hours.
Yeah, since yesterday.
Yeah, which is good. And also, I have 14 more reels that are getting captioned right now and that are ready to go.
That's awesome.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really sweet.
Hell yeah.
Makes me happy.
And they'll all get millions of views too.
I don't know if they will, but you know what? I bet maybe half of them will do well, and maybe one or two will do great.
Yeah.
And that's what it is with the reels. Because I can't figure out that one that I posted is another sleep apnea joke, and it's a joke that I'm working on. But I was like, whatever, I'll put it out, and it hit. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, my question is, if things are going this well and you have yet to put out an album, what's going to happen after the album's out?
It's going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah.
We don't really know yet what is all going to happen. I know that I'm thinking about getting a booth at the farmers market on like a Saturday and selling it down there. We're going to do a record release party. I don't know
Yes.
when that is
If
going to
there's
be.
ever a record.
No, there's going to be a record. We're just
Yeah.
waiting on vinyl. That's not, I love stand-up records. I love you, Dan. That's what we're waiting on. Like, I don't blame Dan or the label. And I'm the one who really wanted vinyl, especially for my first album. I wanted vinyl, and there's a backlog of vinyl. That's just what it is. We can't do nothing about that. But you know what we can do?
What?
We can go eat Korean food. And we can get out of here. We have podcasted enough podcast for a podcast.
We've podcasted it out.
And
I gotta
Jess
go to work.
Jess needs to go to work.
Yep.
Yes. And we have already got gas. So we're
We already
But
got
you guys
gas.
are
We
already ahead of the game.
gas.
You're welcome.
I want to thank my mom for being here again.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for inviting me.
This is wonderful. You had a good better time on this one than
It was a much better time.
Okay,
last
good.
one.
Yeah. Thank God.
And I want to let Jess know that even when I say mean things to you, that I think the world of you. You're a fucking wonderful person.
Ditto.
Yeah. And Trey, I really care about you too.
Trey, you're here.
Yeah.
It's weird how it happened. I like how you have a T on your hat for Trey.
I like it too, man.
Yeah, that shit's tight, dude. It's black on black too. It looks good, bro.
Jeez Louise. All right, let's go.
God, isn't Trey great? Anyway, that's it. Bye.
Bye, friend.